guys, and welcome to the Farming Pastor's Wife. I was getting ready to make a loaf of bread. I've started making our sandwich bread, except for Bryant's on a diet, and now he's wanting to eat double fiber bread. And so I have found a recipe for double fiber bread, but I've not made it yet. And let me just say that this is not my recipe. I got this off another site, but this is the one that has worked for us. And I got this off of a homesteading YouTube, I think. But anyway, so this is my loaf of bread recipe. And so I was going to make a loaf of bread, but Bryant, I'm frying chicken tonight for supper, and he wanted me to try to make it in rolls. He loves just to eat it warm with butter, and so I'm actually going to try to make this in rolls form. I think it'll be the same, just be the way you divide it and the length of time you bake it. So I'm going to get my ingredients out, and I'll bring you back in just okay, let's get ready. Oh, well, you know what I need to get out? I need to get out a pen. I think, well, I don't need this yet. I don't need this quite yet. But anyway, so we're going to start with bread flour. I use bread flour. You can use all-purpose. It is totally fine. I just happened to I bought 2 packs of bread flour, so I actually have more bread flour than I do all-purpose. So I am going to use bread flour. All right, I'm just going to turn y'all down here where you can see what I'm doing. I need this. Calls for 2.5 cups of bread flour. There's 1 cup. Two. And this is a 4th. Okay, and we'll need a little more to bring it all together. So I'm going to leave the bread flour out. I need 2 teaspoons of my instant yeast, and I need to get some more. Need to get some more. All right. I need 1 teaspoon of salt, and we have just switched over to pink Himalayan salt, and I bought this online. It's finely ground, because in my store I can only find it in the grinders that you grind yourself. So I was excited to find this online, and I'm gonna use a heaping teaspoon. Okay, and that's gonna use 2 tablespoons of sugar, and that is 2 tablespoons. I will try to remember to put this recipe in the link below, but I'm the world's worst to remember to do that when I upload, because I'm usually going to bed when I upload and I forget. And I'm just going to kind of combine this together. This is all my dry ingredients, and I'm just going to kind of combine them with the whisk. I'm going to change this out with the dough hook. Well, there we go. All right. I put in the microwave a cup of milk, and I heated it up till it was fairly warm. So there goes the cup of milk. I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of oil. And I'm just using, I don't know what I'm using. Hang on. Vegetable oil. Whatever oil you use is fine. And I always turn it off and open it up to put the egg in. Just beautiful egg. I told y'all the other day we can't have yard chicken, so we can't have fresh eggs as far as from our place. But my brother has chicken, so I can get eggs from him. And that's where that beautiful egg came from. I'm going to beat on high for about 2 minutes. It's bouncing away. Okay, let me show you. I'm going to open it up and show you. It is still sticking to the bottom. It's just, and it's drippy sort of. I mean, it's coming apart. So this is where we add extra flour just to bind it all together. So I'm going to turn it back on. Oops. And I'm going to slowly add in, this is 1/4 of a cup. Oops, let me turn it down. Doesn't need to be that high. I'm going to slowly add in a little extra flour. Until it comes together. I still think I need to add a little more, but I'm going to scrape that bottom. Y'all know my mixer isn't the great. I think that's okay, actually. So, I'm going to just, not going to add any more. I think that's perfect. All right. Hang on, and I'm going to bring y'all over here and show you what I'm doing. Going to bring you guys over here to my cutting board, but I'm going to turn the light on. I'm going to put a pretty generous amount of flour out here on my board. Okay. It's really sticky. Okay. And I'm going to knead it about 50 times. That was 1, 2. Uh-oh, I need my rag under my board. Put a wet rag under your cutting board or your little flour on top. Three, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I lost count, so I think that's probably close to 50. But that's a pretty dough ball right there. So we are going to cover this up with a towel. We're just going to let it rest for about 10 minutes. 10 minutes, and I'll bring you back and we'll cut it into the rolls. Okay, so it's rested and I've cut the ball in half, and I'm going to cut each half in half. I'm going to cut each of those in half. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I'm going to cut each of those in half again. So we're going to end up with 16 rolls. And I'm just going to take them and kind of form them into a roll. We'll see how these turn out. They may not be in count. And I'm just putting them over here in a pan. And I'm just kind of turning them over on themselves, turning them into a, kind of pinching them at the bottom. Because you can't really roll them good. Well, that one kind of turned into a rectangular. They're not turning out very pretty because I'm not getting them quite uniform. I don't think I cut them very uniform, but maybe they'll taste delicious. All right, now we got to cut these in half. And we should end up with 16 rolls. Now we're going to let these rise in the oven. Well, you put them in a warm, dry place. Excuse me. Oh, gracious. Had a frog in my throat. A warm, dry-free place. And I find the best place is in my oven with my oven light on. Not the oven on, but the oven light on. So that's where I usually let my bread rise at. And if these don't turn out, guess what I'll be making? Homemade biscuits. I've kind of become a bread maker here lately. I enjoy making bread. Oh, did you see that bubble? All right. It's going to turn out perfect in my little pan. Like I said, I didn't cut the bread evenly, but oh well. I'll figure out a better way to do that next time. Maybe I should do it in like a rectangle instead of a circle. Okay, so here they are, uneven as they are, but that's okay, because we don't eat them. It don't matter what they look like. All right, I'm going to lay the towel back across them. I'm going to stick them in my oven, and I'm going to turn the oven light on, and we're just going to let them rise for, I got to run to town. Oh, I got pans in here. I'll better take them out. Alright, so I'm just going to set them in here, turn the oven light on, and just let them be. And here are the rolls. I baked them at 375 for about 15 minutes. You want to open one up, Dad?
I'm going to. This one right here. Look how fluffy and delicious that looks right there. They smell sensational. Look at that, moist. Room temperature butter is what it needs to be.
Judah says, I want some.
Looks like Golden Corral right there. It can't get any better than that. That is delicious.
Well, you heard it there, folks. Can't get any better than that. Judah, you want some? Judabug, Judabug, choo-choo, Judabug, 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 choo-choo, Judabug. Patty cake, a patty cake. Say hey. Bye, y'all. Thank you for watching. Thank you for dropping in and visiting with us on the farm. I've got a messy kitchen to clean up. Bye, y'all.